because everybody learns differently. But when you're able to train them on things your way, it makes so much more sense because then you guys go into like a workflow that it's the same technique throughout the salon or throughout the wherever you're at, you know?
You know what freaking bothers me is when people only want to hire people with like experience.
Yeah.
For jobs that really you could just be out of school and be Julio.
Yeah.
Good morning. This is Jackie and Crystal. We are about to record this week's Beauty Bound. Happy September.
Yes.
Fall is finally here, guys.
Finally.
But I've already had my fall wreath up in my spa for a couple weeks now. One of my clients called me out on it the other day, and I said, yeah. We introduced her early Aug.
Yes.
So
fall, and not so much fall, Halloween is one of my favorite holidays. I like to call it because I like to decorate. I like to go all out for Halloween. So we kind of started already with our door decoration, and I still have to pull out my wreath because I have a Halloween wreath. Yeah.
You know, that just reminded me I have to pull out my wreath for my front door. Well, actually, my front door is like a glass door, so technically I can't even hang anything from it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying. So we put out little just like lawn stuff.
But do you have like a glass door and then your regular door?
Yeah.
So you could,
Oh, yes. So we could. Yeah.
you could put it in the middle. That way it doesn't get all fucked up anyways. So.
Good idea. But I have like my glass pumpkins I put on my dining room table.
Ooh.
And I just set like the fall mood inside and outside and stuff. It's very exciting. And then I have like leaves I hang like down my stairwell.
Yeah.
So it's like just all,
Ooh, that's cool.
Yes.
I went to Michael's and I saw there was a shitload of Halloween decorations and Dia de Muertos and all this cool stuff. And this year, what I did notice is they have their Halloween stuff is all like pinks and purples and light blues, but like pastel colors. It looks, it's super cool. I actually took a picture of it because I thought it was, it's very different for sure. Let me look it up really quick. But I thought it was super cute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hocus Pocus?
Yeah. Oh, shit. I always do this. But I want you guys to see. You see? Yeah, so they have that. And then they had, like, these are the kind of wreaths that I like.
Oh, like the black and sparkly shit? Yeah.
So, and they had, I thought this was, like, super cool.
Oh, a skeleton bath? Oh, my gosh. It's so funny.
So they have a bunch of cool... So I like to decorate. I don't know.
I need that for the spa because it's like, it's the theme, like, inside of...
Yeah, I think it's super cute. And I think even that's the reason why I think it's cute because if you like to decorate and if you don't like the dark colors or if your aesthetics is very light or very like, more on the brighter side, you can still do Halloween, but with the pastel colors. So Michael's 50% off, not sponsored.
Oh my God. Enough with the sponsors.
Leave me the fuck alone. I eventually watch. Either Black Rifle is going to sponsor me or Coca-Cola or, even Michael's shit. Let's get some, decorating stuff and some more shit for, my ADHD to start and never finish.
Yes, I know. I lived at Michael's when I was an art major.
Yeah.
I was up in there like at least every month buying like hundreds of dollars worth of just whatever.
Oh,
mainly paint because paint's, oh my God.
It's so expensive.
So expensive for oil paint. Oh my God.
Oh, well, yeah, I forget. Like, you know how to oil paint and all kinds of paints.
I know how to do this shit.
I know. Well, because I don't ever hear you say anything about yes. You never talk about anything that has to do with drawing or your pottery, yes. And I sit there and I watch all these videos when it comes to like pottery or even drawing or painting. And I'm always so like amazed by it because I wish I could draw the way that some people draw or even paint the way some people paint. And I'm just like, fuck, like I just don't have that in me.
You have to come to my house.
Yeah.
And I'll show you how to throw. We could have a super
Ooh.
fun pottery day.
Yes, that would be super awesome. See, I like all that shit. I really do. I think, and I've told you, my mom used to do ceramics when I was younger, and she used to have all kinds of fucking mold, and she would pour, and
Yeah.
I would help her with them. Yeah, so that was super cool.
Yeah.
But that was it. But today we actually, we have a topic that we want to talk about, and it's two very different views actually, because my view is very different than Jackie's view when it comes to this. And we were talking about what are the things that I guess that you could do while you're either in beauty school, or if you're thinking about going into beauty school. What are some of the things that you could do in the beauty industry that without a license? And tell us I'll say my point of view afterwards, because I'm not against it. I just feel like
I feel like some people just aren't ready, like, to commit to school, like, full time. And sometimes it's cost too. It's time and it's cost. And they're like, okay, I do want to be in the beauty industry, but what can I do until, like, I either, I don't know, decide or, like, come up with the funds to fund, your dream, or just try something new.
Yeah.
So I know, like, for me, I at least tried, like, a couple things. I'm like, okay, another, like, investment. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But again, too, like, I was a mom, and I did have to wait some time before I could actually go to school, like, full time. But I wanted to talk about my funny story first. And I don't know. I thought it was really funny. You guys might not think it's as funny as I do.
And she didn't want to tell me because
I didn't even tell her, Crystal, about it, because I wanted to, like, I wanted to wait till literally the podcast to share it. I hope I, like, can get it even out in words without dying laughing. Okay, so I had a new, I had a new client come in last week. And me and one of the other renters in the spa were just waiting, because she was waiting on her client too. And someone came to the door. And I don't know what my client looks like. And I asked the other girl, I'm like, hey, is this your client? She's like, no. I said, okay. So I opened the door. I'm like, hi, I'm Jackie. It's so nice to meet you. I'm going to do a fake name. I'm going to be like, hey, are you Carla? She was like, yes. And I said, okay, come on in. I take her back. And I'm talking to her about her skin concerns. I say, like, hey, so, like, usually I do my consults when you don't have makeup on. She's like, oh, I just wasn't expecting this. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, you booked the consult. I was going to, like, do my full my skin analysis. And so she brings her daughter in too. I'm like, okay, that's fine, whatever. I don't care if you bring your kid to the consult either. But anyways, we kept talking, and then I'm like, so what were some of the concerns you were talking about? And she was like, oh, well, like, I thought I was here to do, like, kept saying, like, I thought I was here to, like, help you with the spa or something like that. I said, well, what do you mean? In my head, I'm like, what do you mean? Like, you had a consult? And then I was going over the form, and then I was like, she was like, okay, you can give me a facial. And I was like, wait, we were here for a consult. Aren't you, like, whatever, like, the name? And she said, oh, no, I'm Darla or something.
What?
And so I took back someone who wasn't my client.
Oh, my God.
I know, right?
How embarrassed.
Well,
wait, and your client didn't show up?
No, literally, I was howling. Like, I told her, I was like, I didn't want to be like,
oh my God. You should have been, what the fuck are you doing here?
I wanted to be like, ma'am, you, like, you responded when I said my client's name. And their names, okay, in my opinion, they weren't that similar.
Yeah.
But, like,
what the fuck?
I walked out, and then I was like, hey, girl, this is your client. And then my client had just walked in.
Oh my, how embarrassing.
And I was like, hey, come on.
You're like, wait, are you my client?
I said the name and she said, yes, that's me. I said, okay, come on back. But I closed the door. I couldn't even contain myself.
My God.
I was laughing and laughing.
What did the lady do?
My client was...
The other lady.
So she was there to set up like retail shelves.
Oh my God.
For the other, like the renter or something. Because I was like, this lady doesn't have any of the concerns she was talking about.
Yeah.
When we were talking beforehand. I was like, unless she has some really like bomb ass makeup on.
Like what? Oh my God. I would have died.
I'm like, imagine if I had like actually like
imagine if it would have started the fucking facial and she would have let you too.
I know.
Free.
I was starting to like convince her, like, okay, girl, like.
Oh my God. Yeah. That's actually kind of embarrassing. It's funny as fuck. But like afterwards, it's like what?
You're like, how does that happen?
What did your client say? Did you tell her what happened?
I had to because I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, give me one. I kept saying like, give me 1 minute because I kept like laughing. I said that lady
said like, this crazy bitch. What did I get myself into?
And I'm like, girl, that other lady out there. I thought she was you. I brought her back and everything.
Oh
I was going through
God.
like your form. And then she started laughing a little bit. I was like, I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing. And then I finally like contained myself to like start the consult over again.
I would have fucking died. I would have died.
I still
and the fact that like she was obviously here for the other person and she was like, oh no, that's not my client.
Right. She was like, that's not my client. So, of course, I believe her. And then I literally said my client's name and she responded.
Yeah.
So what am I supposed to do?
What did she say afterwards, the other girl?
I was like, oh, my God. Well, so when we were done, I said, I'm so sorry. I thought you were someone else. And then she said, oh, that's okay. And I said, I'm not the I'm not. She thought I owned the place too. I said, no, I'm like not the owner. No, I'm no.
You're like, I'm the owner of my space.
Yeah, I was like, I'm so sorry, ma'am.
Oh my God. Yeah, she would have fucking let you. I mean, why not? She was already in there. She might as well let you give her the facial. She's like, well, since you're so insistent.
Right. I know.
Oh I know. She's like, you sold me. Is this free?
Oh my God.
Oh man. Yeah. No, that is funny. I would have probably died. What am I doing?
Yeah, I guess that's my like funny story.
Yeah.
Funny story that happened last week.
Oh man.
I had to keep this in from Crystal.
Yeah.
Imagine how hard that was.
Yes. Because I was like, I was thinking like, what the fuck is she going to tell me? Or what is she going to say? But I see why now, because it's better to get that initial reaction than, you've already told me and now I'm like, fake laughing,
Yeah, I didn't want you to be fake laughing on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, we needed like some real,
Yeah. Especially right now. So I think we already said this, but I just feel so like meh. Like,
I know this is just a morning, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, we just feel like my daughter started school this week. So I just feel so like blah because she's been waking us up really early to go to school. Like almost 3 hours early before we're even supposed to leave for the school. So.
Because she was excited.
I know. She's so excited. And then today she wanted to go. I said, no, you only go 2 days a week.
Yeah.
You don't go every day. And then she got sad. I'm like, oh, I should have put her in the 3-day class.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel bad. But.
Why didn't you? Wasn't she going 3 days last year? 2 days.
She was going Tuesdays, Thursdays, and I wanted to sign her up for something else, maybe that's closer to home.
Yeah,
because this school is kind of far.
Oh yeah,
it took me like 40 minutes.
Especially the fucking traffic right now has been so fucking insane. Like luckily I am done with that traffic. So Miranda finished her dental assisting school program. Yesterday was her last day of school.
Oh my gosh.
She had her final. She passed. And today she started her externship. So she's externing at 7 to 7 Dental on Potranco.
Oh my gosh, how
Yes.
exciting. Yay.
Yeah. So I don't have to even wake up early for that because Javier took her. She had to be there at 6:30 in the morning. And
That's early.
Yeah, but that's probably like 10 minutes away from the house. It's right by her work as well. So it's good. I didn't have to wake up early, but I still had to wake up early enough because the kids had dentist appointments. So I think that's why I'm also just kind of like half asleep.
Half asleep.
Yeah, half awake, half here, half not.
I know. I wanted to like pep us up after that, after laughing a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I'm literally still laughing over a week later about it.
Yeah, that would have.
Still laughing.
Yeah.
It happened like today, last week.
Oh, shit. And you haven't fucking told me since then?
Right?
How?
I know. See, Wednesday? Yeah, I think it was Wednesday, but.
I mean, and I saw you Sunday.
I know, yeah. I was thinking about it Sunday too. I was like, oh no, I'll wait.
Guys, I gave her a hydrofacial. It was so fucking cool.
I was going to upload it, but I haven't yet.
You know what? Okay. And I'm sorry, we might not, okay, the topic is pending. But no, so you know what I was thinking, or when I think I was watching the stories and I realized what I did wrong.
What'd you do?
So I remember
there were some things you did do wrong, but I didn't say anything because I was like, oh, whatever.
No, but I do know. But I now, like after watching the video, I remember what I did wrong. You were supposed to do the little kisses and then rub and then pass with the machine, and I didn't do that. I completely forgot that you're supposed to wet the skin first before you go on the skin. So.
I noticed that too, but I was like,
You should have fucking told me because I didn't. I completely forgot about that till I was watching the video back, and I was like, oh my God, I was supposed to do like the 3 and then rub, and then 3 and then rub half the face, and then go back and do it, and then half the face, go back and do it.
It's not a big deal because I did double cleanse beforehand, so.
But still, like, if you want me to do it right on you, you have to fucking correct me so that I learn it the proper way.
Okay. Next time.
Damn it.
I don't know what I'm going to have you do next time.
Appeal?
Were we thinking the same thing? I almost was like, you should just do like the bio-repeal in the middle of the hydrofacial instead of the glycol prep.
Yeah. We could do that next time.
time.
Yeah. Next time. See? So now she also gets free services.
I know one of my friends were she was like, oh my God, how lucky you get to teach your clients how to give you facials. I'm like, she's not my client.
You're like, she's licensed.
I know she's licensed to do all these procedures.
Yes, and that's what who was I talking to? I think it was Javier that I was talking to because or was it was my mom. And so I was telling her that I gave you a hydrofacial, and she was like, So let me guess. Now you want to go back to school to do the esthetician? I said, no, Mom. I said, my cosmetology license covers all of that.
Yeah.
And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah, it covers skin, hair, and nails. And she was like, oh, she's like, so you learned that in school? I said, no. So those are classes that you do take aside from, if you want to learn different techniques or the same way as in hair.
Sorry. I think I had drank my Coke and it went down the wrong pipe.
Yep.
By mistake. And then I was like, oh.
So yeah, I was telling her like, no, those are things that you with anything, even with hair, if there's a new technique, you go and you pay for the class. So I go, in this case, I was there for the class when she was taking it. I said, so I learned it. So now I could do it on her. And it's cool. Like, I
think you did so well though, because I mean, even still, I forget how to like like the what's it called? Like the vacuum settings, because you have to put it at a certain point. Sometimes I still am like, wait, like I have to like confirm in my head this is the correct setting.
Yeah,
but that's the only thing, honestly. It took some time to learn all the boosters and then all the like technique, but that's about it.
Yeah, I knew that my technique was off. Like I said, once I saw that video, because I was like, fuck, it's supposed to be, I couldn't remember when as I was doing it, I was like, there's something that I was missing, but I couldn't remember what it was that I was missing.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. But it was fun.
Yeah.
You know, so she's teaching me how to do facials on her.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, and
Nope.
it's fun.
Yeah,
I like it.
I don't think I could find anyone that like does it how I do it. So it's been nice showing Crystal and telling her, okay, like these are the kinds of like, this is the way I like it done.
Yeah. See, and you know, that's I remember when I had my salon, I always thought like nobody wants to give new hairstylists a chance or even or new nail techs a chance. But I always thought you have to give them a chance because two things. One, they're just learning. They're fresh out of beauty school.
Mm-hmm.
So you could teach them things your way. You could teach them how to do everything the way that you do it. And and that way you don't have to sit there and be correcting somebody because either they're doing it wrong or it's a different way. And not that you have to correct them because everybody learns differently. But when you're able to train them on things your way, it makes so much more sense because then you guys go into like a workflow it's the same technique throughout the salon or throughout the wherever you're at, you know?
You know what freaking bothers me is when people only want to hire people with like experience.
Yeah.
For jobs that really you could just be out of school and be coolio.
Yeah.
Like I see, jobs post, oh, I'm looking for an esthetician. Must have 3 to 5 years experience. I'm like,
but how do you get that experience?
for only $10 an hour pay. I'm like, excuse me? Excuse me, bitch?
Yeah,
Like,
you're like, no. Yeah.
Or, I've seen people post saying, too, in their job posting, like on in a Facebook group, they're like, you must have experience. And then when they find someone, they're like, she is good because she's had years of experience. Like, sure, yes.
You could have years of experience and not be good.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I know, exactly.
yeah, because you could have years of experience, but does that mean that you've tried to keep up? You've tried to, keep up with your education or with new techniques. There's people who don't want to learn new techniques. There's people who don't want to take new classes.
Well, it's not just that. But what if they're a bitch? What if they're not good at customer service?
Very true.
That's another point. It's like, if they keep trying to find, another job, there must be something wrong with them. That's what, for me, it comes down to. I'm like, what's wrong with them?
I think you're always waiting for the other foot to drop in everything. Mm-hmm. You need to start seeing good in people, that there isn't always going to be.
Oh, you're talking about me?
Yes.
Oh.
Because I feel like I think, yes, there's people who are out there to get you or take advantage of the situation or whatever the case might be. But don't always wait for the other foot to drop because people sometimes are, and I'm not saying 100% of the time, but a lot of the time people are genuinely being nice and wanting to help or to do things. Mm-hmm. And it's not always like, there isn't always like a negative behind it or what's the reason why, if they have all this experience, why are they looking for another job? Or if they have all this experience, why is it that they're looking to move?
I mean, it could not be them. It could be the employer.
Yeah.
But then you don't find out till you obviously hire them.
And I think everybody deserves a chance. And
for sure.
And that's when you're going to see for yourself like, oh man, okay. They're fucked up people.
Yeah.
But don't always wait for the other shoe to drop right away. Mm-hmm. Just
and spas give students a chance that are right out of school.
Yes.
Please give them a chance.
Not just, I know like Massage MB, it's one of those places. And when you mentioned it too, I used to have a membership there when I was in California. But I didn't know like how badly they treat their employees. And maybe not at all of them, but at most of them, and I think, yes, you need to work either at a massage envy or like Mercy said, at like European Wax Center or as a hairstylist at like a Regis salon or do they even have Regis salons here?
So they did when I was in Tennessee, but me coming here,
I've never seen one here.
I haven't seen them.
Yeah. Okay. Our Regis salon is a chain salon.
Yeah.
I know in California and Tennessee, but those are the places that a lot of people start off at, you know, or like Supercuts or Great Clips. Yeah. And I'll tell you one thing for sure. Great Clips and Supercuts, they do give students a chance. So if you're going to Great Clips or Supercuts, don't expect for your hair to look amazing, because unless you have a master stylist that's doing your hair is going to be fucked up. Because everybody goes there to start off and to get better at haircuts. That's the way it is. I would have never worked there because I suck at men's cuts. And you do a lot of men's cuts. That's just the one thing that I was good at, doing a high and tight military cut, you know, because that's what Javier always wanted. And even then, he was fucking picky as fuck with his lines and everything, because for the Marine Corps, it had to be done a certain way. So.
Really? Yeah, Tyler goes to Great Clips, and he's happy with the prices. That's why he goes.
Yeah.
I told him, why don't you go to Sport Clips instead? Change it up. He's like, they charge more.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and the more, I think there's another barbershop here, Diesel, and they charge more, but they're good.
I know, yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot others, like Clipperhead. I don't know if they're still around, but Clipperhead, they're really good too, but it's also, they're like $40 men's cuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay, maybe we should jump back. Jump back to our topic. We almost went in a complete different direction.
Yes.
So back with sorry, my throat's still like recovering from that Coke.
Soda. She means soda.
What?
No, it's because you're like, my throat is still recovering from that Coke. And I'm just saying, I know. So I'm saying soda. She's talking about soda, guys.
Now we're about to have a soda versus pop debate, girl.
Or pop, whatever.
I was like, well, where are you going with that? Anyways. So we're going to go back on topic. So we are going to discuss how to get into the beauty industry, I guess, right the fuck now. If you are just wanting that, or you're just like, hey, I just want to try something new. I don't want to go through all these years in school. What can I start to either get more money to go to school, or what can I just do in the meantime? Well, for starters, there's a couple jobs you can like do before you just want to be on your own. So you could work maybe at a spa as a receptionist. You can okay, well, I'm talking about aesthetics, but for hair, maybe you want to be like can you be an assistant or no?
No, you have to be licensed to be an assistant.
Can you sweep hair or no?
You could be a receptionist.
Do they sweep hair?
They do, but it's mostly, I think each individual hairstylist sweeps their own hair.
Oh, well, or maybe this is just the salon I went to in California. It was just a little bougie. But I was just like, okay.
But they'll have the receptionist do it as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If it's like so if you're just the receptionist, you will sweep the hair. You'll do the laundry, obviously, wash the towels and stuff. But I know, like, for if you want to do hair, what I was telling Jackie earlier, honestly, if you're gonna do hair and that's what you're wanting to do, there really isn't much that you could do outside of without going to beauty school or without getting a license, unless you're doing makeup and you're doing updos. You could do that without a license. But if your main goal is beauty school, it's depending on what state you're in, it's either a 1,400-hour course or 1,500 or up to 1,600. It varies by state. I know Texas now, you could do just the cosmetology course for like 1,000 hours, and they'll take away everything else that has nothing to do with hair. And so they've divided things up. But as far as what I was telling Jackie, when it comes to that, I know she's saying, you know, you could go in and find other things to do prior to going to beauty school. For me, if your main goal is beauty school, know that if you are doing the cosmetology course, a lot of the schools do take financial aid. So you could still get your grants to go to beauty school, like you would at a college. So you could still pay for some of it with grants, and then the some part of it with student loans. Now, if another thing, what I was saying is, while I was in school, at the moment I started learning new things, I was taking clients on the side but they knew that I was still in school. They knew that my prices were lower because I was still in school, and it was more of a donation type thing rather than like, this is how much it is. Or if not, if it was like family members, okay, just buy the hair product, and they would tip me, because that's what I wanted to do. And I wanted to have a clientele by the time I got out of beauty school. We also had to take clients in school. While we were there, we had to cut hair or color or whatever it was. I used to do nails before I even started school. So that was like my main breadwinner while I was in beauty school. I would do nails on the side. Or even in school, to the girls that were there, I would do their nails and I would charge them. Like they would pay me. I was doing them while in school, so it wasn't a big deal. But my throat is scratchy too. I'm sorry. Like, I can feel. But for me, it's, if you're gonna go all in, just go on into that. If you still need to make money while you're in beauty school, then I think your best bet is to get a regular job, or again, do updos. If you don't want to get in trouble, do the updos, do the makeup, because that was a lot of the things that I did as well, like for wedding hair, or or quinceañeras. But other than that, I was telling Jackie, why would I want to invest in something else if I want to go on all in with cosmetology? Her outlook, like I said, is different, and that's why this topic works, because you get two different opinions on it.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel like either people that are career changers, or they like went to school and they're like, yeah, I don't like how like my, you use up your, let's say you use your, you have student loans from your previous degree, and you used your FAFSA. Now you can't use it. Let's say like you're doing a career change. That's kind of what I did. I got the 4-year degree. I went to graduate school, and then I got out, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to do this, which of course sucks when you get that far, as I did. But I mean, I don't take back my 4-year degree at all.
Yeah.
I learned a lot. I was an art major, and it was amazing. But, I just had just a different shift. But I got out, and I was like, I'm just going to do makeup and see how that goes. And that's what I did. So I did like a little makeup course. It was a week long. That's something that you can do, like either a side hustle when you go to school, or just a little hustle in general to build up some clientele. You don't need to rent out a space. You can be mobile and just buy a makeup kit from Sephora, Amazon, Ulta.
Yeah.
They have great makeup there. They have professional makeup that even like professional artists use in the industry.
But if you did, because you went to makeup school, so if you went to makeup school and you have your certificate, you could apply at you could apply for a pro card at MAC, and then with that pro card, if you have a makeup certificate, you get 40% off.
40.
At Makeup Forever, same thing. They also have a pro card, and you apply for it. And you also, but for that one, you have to. It's a little bit more requirements. But as long as you have your certificate and your business card that states that you're a makeup artist, they will approve you, and you'll also get 40% off. There is a lot of brands that will actually do that. I think Tarte Cosmetics does that, and oh man, what's the other one with the palettes?
NARS does too.
I didn't know about NARS.
That's a random one, yeah.
Yeah.
I did, yeah. I have the Mac Pro card, and then I did, I believe Tarte. I want to say Anastasia Beverly Hills, but I might be wrong on that. And then there's like the
Morphe used
the
to do it.
the bulk beauty stores too.
Yes.
I only know of the ones in California though.
Yeah, like
So those-
cinema.
Yeah, they might not even like Namies. too.
Namies. I love
They,
Namies.
I'm like they might not be here, so we're just
They're not,
just
but
naming names.
but you could order online.
yes, so you can
Yes.
go to all these stores and order online.
Yes, I love Namies.
Mm-hmm.
And they have special effects shit too. Yeah. And cinema. What was the other one? There's another one.
Yeah, there's an.
So you could easily build your kit with good
Yes.
makeup, as long as you have that certificate. It's beneficial to, I guess, to get the certificate if that's the route that you're going to be going. Now, if you already know how to do makeup and you just need a couple classes here and there, there's a lot of makeup artists who are willing to teach you a class and for a lower fee than you would normally pay at a makeup school.
Yeah, and you can ask people in the industry if you can shadow them maybe for a day for a wedding. See if you want to get into like wedding makeup and specialize in that, or like if you want to do special effects makeup and shadow someone doing that, or just event makeup. There's so many different routes with makeup. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool for sure.
Yeah, I love the prosthetics. I mean, I love makeup in general as well, but I loved learning prosthetics. That was so awesome. Yeah, but that was, for me, I went to school after I had my license, and it was just because I wanted something added on. Yeah, so all the little things I've done, it's been to add on to what I already did.
Yeah. I think makeup's for sure like good to know.
Yeah.
Great add-on.
Yeah.
And let's see. I keep like looking down on my phone so I don't forget
Permanent makeup.
some of the things I was going to say. Oh, right. Okay. So another thing you can do if you say, hey, like, actually, this is freaking what I did too. So I did the makeup school. I keep forgetting about things I've just done, but when microblading became all hot, people kept telling me about it. Like, oh, Jackie, you would be so good at microblading, blah, 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 because you're good at makeup. They made me believe this. So I'm like, okay, let me just go invest in a course for microblading, see if I like it. And I went. I did not like it, but I didn't like the school either that much. They're a very big name school in LA. And I thought I would come out confident. This other girl there was like, the day after I got out, I went and opened my business for permanent makeup, and I've been killing it ever since. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be killing it after this. I'm going to be making hundreds per day off all these brows I'm going to do.
Yeah.
No, sister.
Yeah, because you have to like really, I guess, not the fucked up part, but one of the things about permanent makeup is obviously you're going to mess up a few eyebrows before you actually get good. Or maybe not mess them up, but maybe your technique is not going to be as great. But in order to be able to get good, you have to practice it. And
for me, it's just like, I don't know. My model was all bloody, and I was like, I can't even see my strokes with all her blood in the brows. How am I supposed to get shit done?
Yeah.
Like how? For me, I don't know. It just didn't really work out, at least with microblading. I've heard great things about powder brows.
I'm excited over powder brows.
They didn't tell you anything about powder brows back then. I thought microblading was the only way to go. Now I keep tinkering around with that idea since Crystal's doing it. I'm like, oh.
Guys, I go for my class this month. I am so excited.
That's so exciting. I'm excited for you.
If anybody wants to be my model for the last day when I actually get to do brows on a model, please reach out. If you're willing to. I'm not going to mess up your eyebrows. Believe me. Claudia is there the whole time. So I'm going with Vanidosas. What is it? Vanidosas Beauty? Yes. So she's, Claudia is the one that teaches that class. Believe me, she's there every step of the way. I got mine done with a student. Actually, 2 students, 1 in each eyebrow. So if anybody wants to volunteer their time, and have some bomb-ass eyebrows.
Yes, and her work and her brows look amazing, guys.
I love my eyebrows.
She came back. She was like, "Oh no, my brows are too dark. I look so horrible." I said, "Girl, they're gonna fade. It's the first day."
I wasn't okay. So I like the shape. I felt like they were so thick, but my brow bone was or not my brow bone, but the skin was very swollen, obviously, and I was just scared. Like I I was like, oh my God, what the fuck did I do? But if you could see my eyebrows, I love my eyebrows. I really do. It looks like I'm wearing makeup all the time, and I'm
Yes.
not.
Ooh,
So,
and she just got her brows cleaned up by
oh,
moi.
yes. I forgot to take a picture.
I know, and I was gonna do it here because you can't escape me here.
I know. So she did the sugaring the day that I did her hydrofacial, because I was like, girl, these brows need some help. So she did it, and now they look good.
Now they're cleaned up.
Yeah.
Got a nice brow clean.
Yeah. Back on our topic. See,
we keep going off topic.
You guys should always know already by now that we do end up going off topic, and I hope you guys are okay with that. If you're not okay with that, please let us know in the comments.
Yes, but back to the makeup. You got a lot of options there. Next on the list is another thing I tried. Or well, did we even end that brow? Okay, sorry. So it takes about they do a day or two course for powder brows?
No,
how long
it's
is
a
it now?
3-day course.
3 days, okay.
Yes, so it's the first day you do, she sends you like a video for theory a couple days beforehand. Then that Saturday you go from 10 to 5, and it's a whole theory day, and she teaches you and you practice, I think, on a manic or whatever it is that she gives you. And then she shows you on a live model how she does them. And then that Sunday is when I think you still have some more practicing that morning or theory that morning. I'm not sure. And then that's when you bring in your live model.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's a 3-day course.
Actually, I think mine was 3 days too.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, I'm like, oh yeah, I think it was.
So if you want to sign up.
No, I can't.
I'm telling the audience.
Oh. As you're talking to me, I'm like, no.
I kind of am talking to her though.
Oh, no. I'm like, no.
But no, for real though. If you guys do want to sign up and that is something you want to do, if you are thinking of getting into the beauty industry, like I said, I have looked at many others as well too, like just, that I've looked at their work. But Claudia Saves from Vanidosa's Beauty Lounge is the place to go. The deposit is $300. And then that holds your spot for that day, and then the payment is due that day. But I believe she also has payment plans on it. So if you want to contact her, I'm going to put a link to on the podcast so that you guys could contact her. Vanidosa's Beauty, Claudia Saves.
Yeah, but once you get your certificate, you can register with the state health department to get your you need to get to open your own spot. You have to get your tattoo licensing for your facility,
which is $900.
$900, yep. Or some places you can go rent out a spot that already have a tattoo license, and then you can just go from there and start taking clients.
Yeah.
For powder brows or microblading or whatever you want to do.
And then you have to take like a bloodborne pathogen exam, which I think I paid $30 for mine when I did my small tattooing, my fine line tattooing.
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah.
If you want to just stick with the permanent makeup realm, I guess, of side jobs or full-time jobs, you can also do a fine line tattooing class, and then basically the same steps, the tattoo license, the bloodborne pathogens too. You have to do. I did a course in June, I believe, in tiny tattoo / fine line tattooing, and that definitely brought me back to when I tried microblading in a way. But I feel like now is when I finally felt ready to permanently mark someone.
I'm trying to think. I think my certificate might have expired. My bloodborne pathogens.
Oh,
I don't know how. I don't know if it's every year or every 2 years.
I have no idea. I got mine done in California. I don't know if that makes any difference, but that was back in 2017.
Oh yeah, you have to renew that shit.
Oh gosh. I mean, after that, I was like, you know what? This ain't for me.
But now that you have the tiny.
Yeah, so now I did the tiny tattoos, and that was so fun. And I'm still practicing around because it is a little deeper than doing an actual just brows.
Yeah,
it's deeper. It was so fun.
It is.
It was fun. And if you guys want to do it, I went to Inky Beauty Jacqueline is an incredible teacher, and she's obsessed with fine line tattooing. And it was 3 days, and it was just so fun. And now I'm just practicing. I'm practicing on my fake skin, and I'm hoping people will let me practice on them soon. But I need to start posting my practice, the things I practice.
You do.
Yeah. Okay.
I know you have a list of all
I
the
have
things.
a list, but now I'm thinking more about permanent makeup. Like, I'm not a permanent makeup artist whatsoever. I feel like we should get a guest that is one, like the next time I have a guest to talk about.
We should get Claudia.
Hey girl.
Hey girl. Bonito says beauty.
Mm-hmm.
You want to come in and talk about your business?
Yes.
Girl.
Yeah, we need someone, a permanent makeup artist to come on here, but we already have our person for next month. We'll announce them later on. But next on my list is spray tanning. So, okay, spray tanning has become very, very popular because you just want to be tanner and you want to protect yourself from the sun.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big reason why people get spray tanned. And I am definitely an advocate for spray tanning. Please wear sunscreen when you're out in the sun. Do not get tan from tanning beds. No sun. We don't want to age, babe. Like we want to age like a fine wine, not like a raisin. So.
Not like a raisin.
Yes.
Oh, man.
So I did spray tanning, and it was a 1-day course. I actually took 2 courses.
Mm-hmm.
I took my first one with, her name's Lauren Honey. She was, she's based out in a couple states, but I took her course in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
She was really great. And the solution she recommended was so just amazing too.
Why aren't you offering that?
I don't know. I don't know.
The fuck?
I don't know. So I opened during COVID, and
I know, but
it was
COVID's
kind of
been long gone.
It was I'm saying when I did it back in the day,
Yeah.
I'm like, nobody really wanted you to just go to their house and spray tan them because everyone was just being that was a bad time to open a spray tanning business, guys. So don't recommend if something like COVID ever comes back. But yeah, it's really hot, it's really popular. I love getting spray tans too if I'm going to an event. It's like the best accessory for yourself if you go to an event, getting like a nice glow. And just, yes.
I would want it on my legs. My legs are fucking whiter than shit. Like, they're so white.
And it's pretty satisfying too, like seeing like the end result going from like white to just bronze. Ugh.
Oh man. See, you need to start offering that.
I need to find my gun first.
Oh my God.
I need to find my gun. I need to find my tent.
Wow, Jackie. What the fuck?
I'd have to get back into that that headspace.
I'm looking at your shirt, and I saw you post with your shirt, but by the time that I saw that post, I was already dressed and already running late. I should have put on my shirt.
I know, the Beauty Bound shirt. I saw it in my drawer. I was like, okay, why am I not wearing it to the podcast?
Yes.
We did it once and never again. I'm like, no, I'm going to bring it back.
You know, sorry, off topic again. I was listening to While Supplies Last, which is the podcast for Peachtree Rose Marketing. And Joe and, oh my God, I can't remember the other guy's name. But the 2 guys that were on there, they were talking about how everybody always wears different brands, right? And they're always repping a brand. And it's like, and if you have your own business, he said, why aren't you repping your own brand? Like, why
I do that all the time.
So they always wear their shirts, which is Do Work, I think, or Blue Collar, one of those 2. But they're always wearing their shirt, and it's always, their brand, always their brand. And that's why when I saw your shirt, I was like, fuck, I should have fucking worn my shirt as well, because it's true. Like, why do we always represent other brands, but why aren't we representing our brand?
Yeah, I need more shirts made for Skinfinite. I have only one, and then I have my Beauty Bound shirt for the podcast. I need different colors now, and then I really want to have a slogan, like my own
Yeah.
I don't know. I want it to be like Acne Slayer or something.
Yeah.
And just wear it
Yeah.
out. And then I'm like, oh, people will ask me about it. Because I
Yeah.
always ask people about slogans.
Yeah.
If I see just a brand name, I'm like, okay, whatever. It's like Nike or it's Adidas.
Just do it.
Just do it. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
you're like, you know what it is? I need a nice slogan
Yeah. Yeah.
for my business.
I know I was thinking that yesterday when I was sitting at my desk last night. I was like, I need to make shirts for my bookkeeping business to take to like networking events. And then I have to make more beauty bound shirts.
And I'm thinking of like a car decal.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have told me it's helped their businesses.
Yeah.
Because people will write it down if they're driving out somewhere. They'll be like, oh, I need to look up this business. And I've done that too. I see mobile groomers driving by. I'm like, ooh, I wonder if they're better.
Yeah.
If I need a mobile groomer for my dogs. But yeah, anyways, back to spray tanning. It took me one day and then I bought all my solution and started practicing.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah. And I think, yes, there is ways to make money. And if, like you said, if you going to beauty school is really not a possibility at the moment, but there's other things you want to do, then yeah, do it. But if your end result to me is beauty school, or if you're already in beauty school, then start growing in that, try to find out the ways to make money while you're in beauty school that are still okay for you to do. I honestly didn't care because I just wanted to I wanted to perfect my craft. So I took clients on the side. Yes. Was it wrong? Yeah. But I wanted to grow. I wanted to be able to have clientele by the time I was done with beauty school. Do I recommend that? I can't tell you I recommend it or I don't recommend it because it's everybody's choice on what you do when it comes to that. And you just got to be careful. Sometimes we got to make ends meet. And if the only way to do it is while you're in school doing hair and doing makeup, doing nails, whatever it is that you're doing, and that's the only way you could do it, then just do it.
Just
do it.
Like that's a song from Lady Gaga? Oh, no, Just Dance.
No, Just Dance. Oh my God.
I'm an idiot. I'm so sorry. I'm like, Just Dance.
No,
It'll be okay.
Yeah.
That I do.
Yeah. No, but I think there is many, sorry, the light was moving back and forth.
We have ADD.
I do.
Anyway.
I'm like, oh, no. I think if you're wanting to go into the beauty industry, really research exactly what it is that you want to do. As a cosmetologist, if you go into cosmetology, you're going to learn hair, nails, and skin, and you could choose what it is that you want your main focus to be. Either you'll learn while you're in there, because once you're in there, you're going to be like, oh, I really didn't like doing hair as much as I thought I was going to like doing hair. Or I really enjoy doing the skin more, so then you'll go and kind of master that craft instead. So it's many different things that you could do. I recommend getting your cosmetology license if you don't know exactly what, what direction you want to head. So I would do that. But if you know for sure that you only want to do nails or that you only want to do skincare, then go into aesthetics or nail tech.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
So I knew I hated hair and never wanted to touch it.
Yeah.
And so I thought about nails, and then I thought, that's just not I just don't see how that could be something I would, anyways, I just was more fascinated with skin and stuff. So I thought, well, I'll just go to aesthetic school. I had become a laser tech at that point too, because that's actually what I wanted to do before I went to aesthetic school. And I actually only went to aesthetic school just so I could be a laser tech coming out and stuff and be able to offer like everything. But then I really fell in love with skin. And I was like, wow, this is like what I meant to do.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So.
And you're really good at what you do. Like I've told you that before, the way that you pay attention to your client's skin is amazing. So you chose the right career.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And the lasering, I was actually talking to another laser tech local here. I was like, maybe I'll do laser hair removal at some point in the spa, because I did really enjoy doing that. And she was like, girl, my back is broken now. I don't recommend. I said, are you serious?
Dang.
Because I was like, I loved it when I went to school. That was like
Yeah.
one of my favorite things is laser hair removal. I don't know why.
It seems, I don't know. I feel like it would be very interesting to do that. I was actually watching a video last night of laser tattoo removal. And just it's so like satisfying to watch how like they're going, and he had it his leg all blacked out, so they were like taking all of that off. I was like, oh shit.
It's funny when we practiced on the men at school for tattoo, they were like much more of wusses than the women.
Men are always more wusses when it comes to anything.
I know. There's this man that was just in so much pain.
Oh man.
And we were like removing his tattoo on his back, and he was just like, I don't want to say crying, but he was just like, like whimpering. I'm like,
yeah.
when I was there, I was like, oh, poor thing.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm sure it hurts. I've heard many times that it hurts a lot more to remove a tattoo than to get one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't know. Is there any other jobs that you feel?
Well, okay. I had listed electrolysis and I listed tooth gemming. First of all, I don't know much about tooth gemming, but what I do know is it's not regulated. You can just go out and tooth gem.
Tooth gem, yes. Teeth whitening, it is regulated here in Texas.
Oh, yeah. I was talking to Crystal. I was like, hey, there's a bunch of people that are doing like teeth whitening. Is this like, I asked her first because I was like, I see people doing it. I don't know if it's like legal or illegal. And she said, yeah, it's illegal.
I think there are certain, obviously there's regulations to it on how it is that you could do the teeth whitening. But at least from what I know, and the reason it's regulated is you have to be a dental hygienist to be able to do teeth whitening, because you need to learn how to make the trays, obviously whatever it is that you're putting on, could either burn the gums and stuff, so you have to be very careful. But again, I don't know if there's a difference in things.
Yeah, there could be. If someone knows, let us know.
Yes.
But tooth gemming, you're basically putting gems on your teeth.
Yeah, that's not regulated. Yeah,
that is, you can do that.
Yeah,
no problem.
Yeah,
I don't know.
To me, it's so weird that it's just now a trend here, because I was telling Jackie that was a trend. I think I was even in beauty school still, so 2010, and that trend has started, the whole gemming on the tooth. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
I see Estes like starting to offer it on their menu. I'm like, oh, tooth gemming.
Yeah, that's super cool.
I don't see many people with them, though.
Yeah.
But I keep hearing about them.
And they look cute. Yeah. Yeah. But I think that's all for today, guys. I hope you really enjoy this podcast. And I really hope you enjoyed last week's podcast with Mercy. So if you guys have any more ideas on topics, just let us know. We will be having a guest hopefully once a month. We already have our next guest set up, and we'll let you know as we get closer on who it is. All right?
Yes.
But that's all for today. Thank you, guys. Have a good Tuesday, and have a good week. Bye.
Bye.
That's like turned into our little sound.
Our little dance after.
I know.
Shake it out. And I drink my Coke.